Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me. Today's video is going to be on what I call the 24-hour rule. I know, what is the 24-hour rule? Well, let me just share. Back in the day, I'm going to say my heyday, I was a little bit more quick to respond, quick to reply, or a little bit more reactive. Maybe I should say, when there was something that affected me or maybe was a little bit conflict oriented. Perhaps I take this a step further. I would say probably later teens, maybe teenage years, high school years, and in my early 20s, I would say I gradually implemented this 24-hour rule, but it was really experience that opened my eyes to it. I made some mistakes along the way, and now I have a full-blown 24-hour rule to conflict, animosity, and let me expand on that. There are times in our life, and if you are looking back, you probably can recall many times that this has happened, where you receive maybe an email, or maybe a text message, or maybe a voicemail of something that gets under your skin a little, ruffles your feathers a little, creates a little bit of animosity or drama in your life. You feel that initial sting. It affects you immediately. And as a result, we are very reactive human beings, aren't we? Like I said, I know I was. We are so quick to respond to that. And I'm sure many of you, if you are thinking about this, are recognizing that that probably has not always served you. In fact, I can pretty much guarantee it hasn't, because I've lived it, I've done it, and I'm here to share on it. When we feel that punch in the gut or that heat that overcomes our body because somebody has said something to offend us, hurt us, criticize us, whatever it may be, without even thinking, we attack back. But often in your attack, if you were to sit on those words for, let's say, 24 hours, you would probably change what you would say, because you would have time to calm down. You are going to be much more proactive than how you initially were going to be reactive. This is something that I have applied in my life, and it is something that I have encouraged my children to do, especially in their teen years. My older girls, when they were in high school, Twitter was really taking off, and there were things like MySpace, and obviously Facebook was launching or getting more popular. And we all know about keyboard courage. Kids can be really evil, especially during their middle school and teen years, and now it's even starting in elementary school, where at a very young age, children are on social media, and it's a platform where people can pretty much cyberbully. Again, it's keyboard courage, and I talk all the time about hurt people, so always remember, if somebody is trying to hurt you, it's because they're hurting themselves. The other reminder I put out there is, if they don't matter, it don't matter. If that person doesn't really matter in your life, and if they're a hurtful person, it shouldn't matter. But we all know that sting we get when somebody says something and it impacts us so immensely. We pounce right back. What I want to do is encourage you today, what I have encouraged my girls to do, and what I apply myself, is the 24-hour rule to conflict. Whenever somebody sends you that email, whenever somebody sends you that text message, whenever somebody leaves that voicemail, and it is something that you don't agree with, something you take offense to, something that hurts you, something that makes you want to strike back and strike back hard, because you know that's how we all roll these days, I want you to sit back and wait. Because I can guarantee you, and I challenge you on this, that your words 24 hours later are going to be much different than what your words are in the heat of the moment. A practice that I do, and one that I have encouraged my girls to do is to go to your Notes app on your phone. You know I talk about the Notes app all the time. Go to your Notes app on your phone and type up what your response would be. Then I want you to sit on that response for 24 hours. I don't want you to go back to it until it's been 24 hours. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to leave that comment, that text message, that email, that voicemail, that YouTube comment. You can just imagine how many 24-hour, half the time I don't even put anything back. It's not worth it because you start to say, hurt people hurt people. If they don't matter, it doesn't matter. And not everybody can matter. And if you're that hurtful person who just spits venom, you're not going to matter in my life. But anyway, moving on. 24 hours later, I want you to go back to prepare to copy and paste your reply to that person wherever they had left the message, whether it's text, email, whatever. I want you to read through what you were going to put. And bear in mind, you've had time to sleep on it. You've had time to settle down from that initial impact. Really, what I'd like you to do is go read what they put first. Read it with an open mind. Hear with intent, because often we're not really listening. Then go read what you are going to put back. I can pretty much guarantee you that one of two things will happen. One, you will change a lot of the words. You will change a lot of the sentences. Your comment back will be much different, much less attacking, perhaps a little bit more professional, proactive, not reactive. Or you'll just choose to not reply at all because you'll recognize it's not worth my time. Sometimes the biggest sting for the person sending the keyboard courage, the message, is sitting back wondering, what are they thinking? What are their thoughts? If somebody tweets something negative about you and you don't reply, you're leaving them wondering what your thoughts are. Are you mad? Did you get it? All of these things. There's also the concept of killing them with kindness. This is something I do often in YouTube commenting. If somebody does leave me something that maybe a little bit more than constructive criticism, which I think we all need to be open to some capacity, but often I will come back with something polite, and amazingly, that commenter will come back with something polite in return. What you put out is generally what you get back. The other thing that I want you to pause and recognize when you are receiving a message from someone is, could this person be stressed right now? Could this person be overtired right now? Maybe they need time to think about the message that they sent. And often in that 24-hour period, they may come back with another comment expressing more of what they meant, almost trying to retract what they said. Food for thought, something to think about. Let me know, do you practice anything like this? Are you the type that jumps right back and sends that message very reactive, keeps the drama or the negative dialogue going? What do you do? Did you used to do things back in your heyday like I did, and now you've learned that that doesn't really serve you, that you threw back some stones that you wish perhaps you wouldn't have thrown? Let's get the conversation going. I think it's a really interesting one that people don't think about, but 24-hour rule. Conflict, negativity, whatever it is, give it 24 hours. Let me know how it works for you. All right, thanks for joining me. I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care.